in this video, I'm going to teach you guys the characteristics of a linear function, but this time in context. All right, let's look at this example. It says the Beyonce concert is from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. The maximum amount of money made for all tickets sold for this night was $12,000. If f of t is the profit for that night, t hours after 8 p.m., what is a reasonable domain and range? All right, before we begin, I know when it comes to function notation, you guys have been so used to seeing f of x. And x is always associated with your domain. But in this particular word problem, you see f of t. T is going to act similar to your x. It's going to represent the domain. So now, what did it say that t represents? Well, we see right here, t hours. So it's representing the time, okay? So how many hours is this Beyonce concert going to be? Well, if it's going from 8 to 11 p.m., how many hours is that? Yep, you got it. That will be 3 hours. So since that's 3 hours, my domain is going to go from 0 to 3. So the way I'm going to write it in interval notation, I'm going to say 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 3. And that simply means from 0 to 3 hours and everything in between. All right, now let's talk about the range. Well, the range is represented by the f of t. And as you can see in this sentence, it says f of t is the profit for that night. So how many tickets were sold? Well, it doesn't matter necessarily how many was sold. How much did they make for all the tickets that they sold that night? You got it, $12,000. So since that's the maximum amount, my range is going from 0 to 12,000. So writing in interval notation, I'll say 0 less than or equal to y. And I'm changing it to the letter y because remember, y is associated with your range. Less than or equal to 12,000. And that simply just means from 0 to 12,000 and everything in between. And that's it.